Great. Good day, everyone. So my name is Ghislain Armand. We currently have a YouTube channel where we do some interview about entrepreneurs and people who have their businesses. So right now I'm with Robert, who has a business in the fitness industry. So welcome, Robert.
Thank you for having me here.
Awesome. So essentially, I want to know first, what is your background? Where do you grow up? Just a little bit of background on your personality.
My name's Rob Martin. I'm 44 years old. I'm originally from the UK, a place called Essex. I've been living in Mallorca, Spain, a Spanish island, since 2006. I have a beautiful wife, 2 children, and a CrossFit gym on the island there.
Perfect. And when did you open this CrossFit gym?
I opened CrossFit Mallorca in 2011.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And would you say this is a project that you are really passionate about?
Yeah, I love the fitness industry. I found CrossFit on a holiday in America. I was in Las Vegas, and I did one training session in CrossFit Las Vegas, and straight away it's like, I've got to open this and repeat this in Mallorca. And yeah, so it's been 14 years now, and still loving the industry, and fitness is a passion of mine, so it's my work, but it's also my passion.
I love that. So you started your journey essentially when you went in Las Vegas. You've seen how it was, and then you just said, okay, I'm going to start that.
Yeah, so I was a personal trainer before.
Okay.
And I've always looking for different methods, but it was more the environment for me. So I was a personal trainer in a country club.
Nice.
And it was almost an old people's home. The energy was very low, like people were just walking on a treadmill, and it was just, when I went to Las Vegas, it was completely different. So everyone, the energy there, people high-fiving, the support, camaraderie. It was, it was something which I thought, okay, I had a very good job in the country club, but the environment wasn't really there for me. So when I got back, I knew if it wasn't already available in Mallorca, I wanted to open something like this.
Nice, perfect. And yes, it is part of the CrossFit community to be very welcoming to others and to encourage one another.
Yeah.
So nice, perfect. So when you opened your gym, was there any challenges that you faced? Was it difficult to build your own community, attract some new customers?
Yeah, at first, so when I opened, I was very lucky. I had 20 personal training clients who all come with me.
Okay.
But they were in quite a high level country club, and all of a sudden they're going from a country club to a warehouse, which had 1 bathroom, and so our amenities wasn't sort of what they were used to.
Yeah.
But I think people were coming for the training, not just for the place. So it was more about the coaching and the experience they was getting in their training than it was just for the amenities.
Perfect. So that brought you about 20 customers, your first 20 customers.
That was my first 20 customers, and then from there it was just word of mouth. We've never really been that big in advertising.
Okay.
Now we've grown and bigger, we're looking, and now we're running more camps from having people from abroad. So now we're advertising a lot more, but at first it was just word of mouth. It was people on the island talking.
So how fast were you able to grow your business from word to mouth?
So I'd say the first year we went from 20 to 80 members.
Oh, wow.
And then we also, in our business where we're located, Mallorca's a touristic island. So we get lots of tourists come and lots of traveling CrossFitters who want to train when they're away. So they still want to get a workout in. So as well as our membership base, we also, we do very well from CrossFitters from Germany, from the UK, Switzerland, even the States. We have people from all over the world who come and visit us in the gym as well.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
The banner CrossFit does bring a lot of people.
Yeah.
We're currently in Bali right now, and even myself, when I arrive, I look up CrossFit gyms just to see what was the community like here.
Yeah.
So I would agree with that because I'm doing it myself.
Yeah.
So what is one thing would you say that most people don't know about your industry, the fitness industry, that you wish they knew when they arrive either as a customer or just in general in their lifestyle?
I think the biggest mistake people have is they want quick fixes.
Yeah.
I think they want instant results. And it's more than just that 1 hour of training, it's your whole lifestyle. So it's like your sleep, it's your food, it's your stress management, and then you're exercising on top. So I think a lot of people come in and they might not be sleeping right, they're not eating right, but they're expecting results, and the foundation of everything is coming from your lifestyle.
So how do you approach this challenge? Let's say you have a new customer that wants to have results right away.
Yeah.
How do you approach his change of mindset?
Just trying to educate, having conversations with people, and trying to tell people what having realistic expectations. And the trouble, again, I think a lot of CrossFitters, they come in because they see what these guys doing. It's very like sort of type A people.
Yeah.
But it's almost holding them back so they don't hurt themselves and they follow a good procedure.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I think a good coach will show you the progressions and regressions.
Yep.
And I always rather people start gently and build up rather than go 100 mile an hour and then crash and burn.
Yeah,
but this sometimes is a hard sell because people want this instant results. So I've been doing this now, I've been training for 30 years, and what I learned is that the consistency is the key. There's no magic but consistency and approaching it in like a methodical manner.
Mm-hmm.
So if you try and go way too hard from the start, generally you'll end up injured and burnt out. So it's best to build over time. This is my advice to people.
Nice. Yeah, I like that. I've seen that myself. I started CrossFit not so long ago, and my technique is not good. So I do have some good coaches that focuses on my technique, and even yourself here, you really put the emphasis on specific movement that I was doing wrong. So Thank you for this. Do you have like one special customer that you will always remember all your life just because of, I don't know, the experience he made you learn by maybe his way of acting or his ambitions, like somebody that you've done competitions with at high level, like just a memorable experience from your business?
I'm thinking.
No? Well, you were talking about a coach that you were just doing competition with.
Yeah, so there was a young guy I used to compete with who was an amazing coach, wasn't always the best. He would say he was a great coach. Sometimes for our members, he was very military. So he was a lot younger, and sometimes when you're dealing with like the general public,
Mm-hmm.
he struggled adapting his approach to the person. So I think if you're a good coach, you're very client-centric. So you can adapt your approach to the person, where some coaches find it very hard. And I think, especially when you're younger, and I've developed this over the years, meeting people where they are is very important. And the way I might coach one member and another member, you've got to have a different approach to this. So you can't always be military. Sometimes you need to be more supportive. Sometimes you might need to be a bit more of the hard coach.
Mm-hmm.
And I think knowing as a person how to adapt this is it happens. I think it takes you time to do this as well.
Nice, I like that.
Yeah.
It's actually a good advice for anybody who wants to start in like the fitness industry, especially in the training. Adapt to your audience.
Yeah.
So,
be client-centric.
So now future goals, future plans that you have, either for your business, for yourself.
I'd like to grow the business. I'd like to. So we're trying to add in more camps, so more training camps we run. So we take groups of people from all over the world, and they come in and there's something called High Rocks, is another sport, which we're competing in. So this is a race where you run 8 kilometers, always 1 kilometer run, and you finish with a station. So the High Rocks scene is quite big at the moment.
Nice.
Also online training. So at the moment we have got our physical space, but we'd like to have a bit more of an online presence and an online community.
Mm-hmm.
So we're also developing our brand called RYS, which stands for Racial Standards.
Nice,
And
I like that.
this is a side project what we're working on at the moment.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Love it. So how would you say over time your approach towards work evolved? Because it's been many years now that you are in this industry.
So my approach towards fitness itself, or training,
whatever.
Yeah. So my approach towards training has changed massively. especially in the last couple of years, like I'm a lot more focused on mobility. So I was saying, we were speaking in a conversation earlier about my analogy with a lot of people are their bodies are buckled, so they're not working in alignment.
Yep.
So I believe until you fix the alignment of your body, so your joints are hinges, and if your hinges are not working correctly, you're always going to suffer from injuries and pain. So one of my approaches is to do a lot of mobility work as well as strength work. So the strength work is that our muscles are like the tires, our frame, our structure, this is like the wheel. So unless we straighten out all our spokes to make sure our body's moving freely, it's very easy for people to pick up injuries. And CrossFit's always had a bad rap for injury, but it's lots of times because people haven't addressed their movement. So this is my biggest change in the last few years, that really focusing on moving well, and if you've got restrictions, how can we fix those restrictions?
Yes.
Yeah.
And we're seeing that many people spend most of their days sitting, and just that really affects your mobility. So I think that's great. Where do you see the fitness industry in 5 years?
I think it's always evolving. It's always growing. There's new people coming in. There's cycles. Like it's coming back to, like, I think CrossFit started one thing and then it went back to bodybuilding a little bit, and there's always cycles moving in. I think at the end of the day, I really think having a holistic approach and going back to the basics of like the human body, really, like I say, eating, sleeping, and making sure you're doing strength training, cardiovascular training, and then also flexibility work as well. This is like, I think the blend of all these three is what builds the ultimate human, really.
I love that.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much for this. We know that the fitness industry is going to be very big in the next couple of years. So thank you very much for your time, Robert.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.
Thank you. It's been great.
Yeah,
Cheers,
indeed.
buddy.